Is up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb. The camera quality for this is poor. Why is it poor? Because today is the last chance we have to make a video with this camera. As of tomorrow, I will no longer have it. I will be upgrading to something massively better. So with that being said, let's just do this one more time for the one time of the one time. So recently, like an hour or so ago, news broke that the PlayStation 5 is actually going to have two models at launch, similar to the Xbox. The models are going to be the budget eco-friendly model. I don't know if it's actually eco-friendly, but it will be the budget model according to this rumor. So it'll probably just be the PlayStation 4 Pro, but with 4K support and 5G support and Bluetooth 6 support. That'll probably be all that gets added to it. But since it'll be supporting 4K and PlayStation never really makes huge jumps with their graphics, then it'll probably be right on par with the PlayStation 5, but the PlayStation 5 Pro. Let's talk about that, because that's where things start getting crazy. So apparently there's going to be a Pro model of the PlayStation 5. And what we know about the specs for the PlayStation 5 already, that aligns with this. If they're going to have an $800 Pro console and then a $300 or $300 to $500 not Pro console, budget quote-unquote console, I could see that working out for them. Apparently, the PlayStation 5 is going to have ray tracing, like 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's going to have some kind of super fast disk reader speed. It's going to be insane in the massive SSD that they're making all on their own. That's going to be crazy. I don't have much confidence in the SSD because Sony's not very good at making hardware on their own. And that is a fact that cannot be argued. And when we start looking at that, and we start looking at the shift that gaming's making now, if you're not a hardcore gamer, you're not going to be buying your games physically. You're a casual gamer just buying your stuff digital. And with Google Stadia blowing up and streaming blowing up, by 2025, all the casuals will be streaming their games, not even buying them digitally. And I think PlayStation might be trying to play the long game here. The people who are in the future going to just want to stream their games a couple years down the road. I shouldn't even really say future. That's like almost the present. So let's look into the future. In the future, game streaming is going to be massive. Google Stadia is, going crazy right now with its sales. So all the people right now today who are buying their games digitally, they're just casuals. They're not really into gaming. They don't care about gaming. So they will be streaming their games massively in the future. So honestly, I see this actually happening. I see this being something Sony would do, especially with the popularity of the PlayStation 4. Even though it's not that powerful and the games don't look so great, they do it extremely well. Like, people don't care if the game is not going to be in 4K anymore, which is insane. Because at the beginning of the gen, everyone was all about getting to 1080p, and 4K is the standard of everything now, but PlayStation doesn't support it. PlayStation does not support 4K outside of Netflix streaming. So that's kind of crazy when you think about it. Going into the future, they'll be all about streaming. PlayStation will be. I mean, look at PlayStation Now. Yeah, it sucks, but PlayStation Now is a streaming service, and it's a somewhat popular streaming service at this point. So the future for PlayStation is definitely marked in streaming. The future of Nintendo is in handhelds. The future of Xbox and Microsoft in general is pretty much going to be Game Pass and game services. And when you look at it from Microsoft's standpoint, from all their game consoles, you're looking at over 1 billion players. I have 4 Microsoft consoles in my room. My Xbox One X, my Xbox One original, which honestly I don't know why it's even still plugged in at this point, my Microsoft PC, and my Microsoft laptop. Microsoft is king of gaming. Their game services is going to be their thing. So maybe the future of PlayStation is going to be streaming. If PlayStation can be the one that grabs streaming and makes it huge, then that'll solidify PlayStation as king for probably the next 20 years or so until we move on to something else. So that's quite exciting. But what do you think about the two launch setup that may be happening or may not be happening? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.